We were just 2 weeks away, 14 days from a moment I thought would redefine everything. Our wedding day. The venue had been secured months ago. The caterers had confirmed. The florals had been selected down to the petal, and the RSVP list was brimming with excitement. Friends and family spoke about us like we were written in the stars. And for a long time, I believed them. We had poured ourselves into planning every detail. The vows, the music, the way the lights would catch her dress as she walked down the aisle. It wasn't just a wedding. It was a beginning of something sacred. But something had been shifting beneath the surface, subtle, almost invisible. Tension growing like hairline cracks in a mirror. Quiet until it shatters. I didn't want to see it. I told myself we were fine, that she was just stressed. That love, real love, could overcome anything. Then came that Thursday evening. It was cold outside, the kind of chill that seeps into your bones. After dinner, she asked if we could talk. Her voice was low, hesitant. She reached for her water, her hands trembling just enough for me to notice. And in that moment, before she even spoke, I felt it. A weight settled in the room like fog, thick and heavy. "I need to tell you something," she said, "and I hope you'll hear me out before judging." I nodded slowly, already bracing for something I couldn't name. "There's something I have to do before we get married. Something important." I stared at her, the silence dragging, waiting for the words that would change everything. "I want one last night with my ex." The air left the room. My vision blurred for a moment, not from tears, but from disbelief. I blinked. "One last night." I repeated, trying to convince myself I had misheard her, that this was some poorly delivered joke or fantasy. But she wasn't joking. There was no humor in her eyes, just pain and sincerity. "I know it sounds crazy," she said, "but there's unfinished business there. Things unsaid. Feelings I buried instead of processing. I need closure, real closure, so that when I walk down that aisle, I can promise you everything without hesitation or regret." I couldn't speak. My chest felt hollow, my thoughts spinning in chaotic loops. How could someone so close to forever still be holding pieces of her past? How do you compete with a ghost? After a long silence, I said the only thing I could find inside myself. "If that's what you need, then I won't stop you." Her eyes widened, stunned. "You're saying yes?" I nodded, barely audible. "Yes, but know this, what you're asking will break something in me." She reached for my hand, but I pulled away. I didn't trust my own emotions. That night, she left with nothing but a suitcase and a promise that she'd return. I stayed home alone, pacing. The silence was unbearable. Each tick of the clock a brutal reminder of what she was choosing. I imagined them together, talking, laughing, maybe more. I wondered if she still loved him, if she ever truly stopped, and if she was thinking about me at all. Messages lit up my phone. I ignored them. I didn't want her words. I wanted truth. And I knew it wouldn't come until morning. When she came back, just as the sky began to lighten, I saw it in her face immediately. Something had changed. Her eyes were clouded. Her smile faded into something tight and unsure. "I'm sorry," she whispered. I nodded to the couch. "Tell me?" She sat down slowly. "It was harder than I thought," she said. "Being with him brought back things I thought were long gone, memories, emotions. I thought closure would clean the slate. But now, I don't know. I'm confused. I don't know what I want anymore." Her words landed like stones in my chest. I wanted to comfort her. A part of me still wanted to believe we could fix it. But a deeper part, an older, wiser part, held back. This wasn't just a misstep. It was a fracture. That morning, as the sun crept across our living room floor, I realized the life I had imagined might never be ours. I spent the rest of that day in quiet reflection, teetering between heartbreak and clarity. Was this a final test for our love? Or was it the sign that we weren't meant to be? Could I really forgive this? Could I ever look at her the same way again? By nightfall, I had my answer. I called her, my voice calm, my heart anything but. "I can't go through with the wedding," I said. "We need to stop before we destroy each other further." The silence on her end was agonizing. Then came the tears, and then the pleading, the apologies, the promises. But it was too late, because love isn't just shared history or passion. It's about trust, commitment, the kind that doesn't waver or look backward. And I couldn't see that in us anymore. In the days that followed, there were more conversations, more tears, and finally, the goodbye, a painful one, a quiet one. Letting go of someone you love is like trying to loosen your grip on your own breath. But sometimes it's the only way to survive. Months have passed. The ache is still there, but softer now. I still wonder what might have been. Still imagine a version of us that never fractured. But I also know that walking away was the right thing. Because no promise, no ceremony, no dream of forever is worth sacrificing your peace. That night, when she asked for one last time with her ex, she thought she was seeking closure. But what she really did was open a door neither of us could close again. It made me confront the truth I had tried so hard to ignore. Sometimes the person you think is your forever just isn't ready to walk that road with you. I walked away from the altar not because I didn't love her, but because I finally learned to love myself enough to choose peace over pain. And now, as I rebuild, I carry hope at a flickering candle, that one day I'll meet someone who's not looking back, only forward. Until then, I'm learning the hardest, most beautiful lesson of all.